Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Talking Bull podcast. I'm Anthony, and this is Nick.
Hi.
And we are a weekly nerdy news kind of update podcast. We're going to be running down the weekly nerdly news that we come across, discuss, and we find interesting. But to start off with, we are going to tell you our escapades of trying to get the damn podcast recorded.
We started this process at 5:15 our time here.
Just to give you an update,
And,
it is now 9:03.
Yeah, it's now 9:03. For whatever reason, we could not get the recording to work, even though last Friday we recorded our video.
I legit plugged it into
Set
the
it up the same
laptop.
way,
Worked perfectly
and it just
fine.
did not want to work.
I went through 2 different audio programs, could not get it to work. It is now plugged into my tablet, recording that way. So if this sounds terrible, we apologize. We are very much trying to get this to work, but we have no idea what we're doing. It's basically a guessing game.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, yeah. We bought a bunch of equipment and went, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah,
so
it was very impromptu with very little research or thought or forethought or planning put it into play before we decided to jump in and do this.
Yeah, so you hopefully please go and check out our first video, which is the reacts to the Fate of the Furious. We got this right now. Fate of the Furious on TalkingBull.com, or not TalkingBull.com. I'm sorry, YouTube.com/TalkingBull. See, we're not really good at this, but anyways, please go check out the video, comment, like on YouTube.com/TalkingBull. Right now, it's the only video there, so you shouldn't have trouble navigating to it. Okay, so let's start off with, I guess, movie news.
Yeah.
So this week, Avatar's release dates came out, and Avatar, really, at this point,
We saw the first one.
yeah,
years ago.
Yeah,
And,
95, right? That's when it came out, 95, like June.
Yeah.
Made like $300 million or something.
Yeah.
So starred Jon Snow and no, wait, never mind. That's Pocahontas. Avatar came out in like 2006 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw the first one. I do remember. It was I think it was the first 3D movie that we seen.
It was one of those big ones that was like, ooh, it's fully immersive 3D, completely.
And I remember watching it. The only thing that I to this day still remember about
The sparkles?
the sparkle, pink, purple,
Flowery
flowery
shit, yeah.
things that were flying in the background. It's the only thing that I was like, they poked me right in the eye. Like it felt.
Yeah,
like
you
it was
spent
right
the whole
there.
movie doing this.
Yeah.
And for those of you who can't see me, I'm just reaching my arms out in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
it really was just that's like the only thing I remember from that movie. But it's one of those
and that
things
it's
that,
Pocahontas.
so like, yeah, that and
It's Pocahontas to a T. Like there's a native person, a white guy, and a sacred tree, and a white guy who wants to destroy everything.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is they're blue and there's a helicopter.
Yeah.
And Michelle Rodriguez gets angry.
Mm-hmm.
Her greatest acting trait, by the way.
She yeah. So sequel news.
Yes.
They've been planning sequels for years.
Yes.
Since the movie came out, even before I think the first one came out.
Which I don't understand how a movie
That made so much money, so
billion,
much hype.
yeah, billion at least at the
It's
box
over
office.
$2 billion.
Yeah, at the box
Like,
office
the
it made
box
a
office
billion.
was over $2 billion.
Was it over
Yeah,
2
it's
billion?
over-
Yeah.
it's over
Okay,
$2
so a
billion.
movie that
Check
made billions of dollars at this point, it has now been so many years. What is taking so long? We let's just give this into perspective here before I give you the dates on when they might release these movies that come out.
They've changed them a few times.
There has been 3 Fantastic Four movies.
When was the first one? When did the first one come out? Did we?
The first Avatar movie?
Yeah.
It came out 2009.
2009.
And made it made $2.8 billion and opened December 18th, 2009. So at that point, like, we've had 3 Fantastic Four movies, the reboot of it, 2 different Spider-Mans.
Yep.
We've had 3 phases of Marvel, and DC had got off its ass and launched an entire cinematic universe.
Yep.
By the time this comes out, all of DC's first wave of movies will have come out.
Okay, so what are the new dates for
The
Avatar
new
2?
dates are December 18th, 2020, that's 2. December 17th for 3, 2021. December 20th, 2024 for 4. And for the 5th one, December 9th, 2025.
Okay, so they're doing 20, 21, and then 24, 25.
Yeah, 20, 21, 24, 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And the likelihood we see all of these,
I think very slim.
I don't even
But-
think we see the second one.
They keep moving them back.
What, like-
I'm afraid of the same. I know that made a lot of money, and
Yeah.
it was different. That's what it.
Well,
that
it was the
niche.
big 3D
That was the
niche thing,
and the
right?
hook at that time in
Yeah.
2009.
Yeah.
It was different. It was 3D. It was something. Now every movie they fucking do in 3D. It doesn't.
Even if it's not 3D, they're just like, oh,
every
here
movie
you
that's
go.
not 3D, they
Yeah.
run it through that 3D conversion and just put a 3D glasses with it and sell it for 3D.
Pretty much like,
Take
ooh,
it.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that niche is still there.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
It's not. And let's face it, like, it was Pocahontas to begin with, so the story is super weak as it is. What are you going to do for 5 more movies?
Oh, for 5 more movies, yeah.
Like,
Story-wise, I have
how
no
do
idea.
you, like, and James Cameron was like, oh, I've got this all planned out and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we've seen what happens when someone plans everything out. They called it Star Wars, and he wrote them backwards, and then
forwards.
someone else wrote the other 3.
Yeah, backwards, forwards, and sideways.
Exactly.
We
Like,
plan to have the brother want to be with the sister.
yeah, how did you not miss that oversight, Lucas? He was like, yeah, this is my great plan, and everyone was like, oh, go for it. Yeah, you totally
But anyways,
planned it.
okay, so
Avatar
something I
sucks.
think about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Avatar. Is the length of time between the first and the second one. Very similar to it happened with Sin City.
Yes.
Sin City, modest opening
Yeah.
when it first came out.
Called
Very
following afterwards, yeah.
It was years later. The second one comes out.
Nobody's seen it.
Nobody sees it.
It was
Nobody sees
awful.
it. The time the train had passed the station.
Yeah, it's way
And
too
then you
long.
go to there was another one.
Yeah, another big movie that came out recently.
And it was a sequel to another one, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But when that hype train passes, it passes. You can't catch it again. I think you'll notice that if, let's say the second one does come out.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 and 3, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're filming them back to back, like 2 and 3.
Yeah, I know 2 and
then
3 they
taking a
are.
bit
They
of a
said all
break,
5
and
would
then
be
they're
too
doing
much.
4 and 5.
Yeah, that's
you know,
the-
that's
yeah,
why
that's
the dates
the-
are spaced out.
Yeah, there's that
So-
big 3-year gap in between the dates.
So I think they release 2 and 3 if they
Yeah.
film them, but I don't know if they make 4 and 5.
I don't.
Because
No.
when 2 comes out, they'll determine if they move forward with 4 and 5. That
Yeah,
will give them enough
exactly.
time, right?
Like, there's.
So when the launch of 2 comes out, they'll know whether they're moving forward with 4 and 5. You might end up getting stuck with 2 and 3 though.
I honestly don't even see them making 2. Like, it's been so many years. And sequels, I don't know, there's very few instances of a sequel with that long of year of a gap making success.
So
Like,
2009.
Yeah,
was
2009
to
was-
2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's way too
11
long.
years.
Yeah, it's 11. Yeah.
That's.
Terminator and Terminator 2 is 8.
I want to say Sin City was another like 9 years.
Yeah, it was 8 or 9 years too. Yeah. Hang on, we're gonna check those
Should've
dates
looked
out.
this up
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Keep going.
We're just like, hey, sequel dates don't work. Here's a long gap, and we named 2 movies that we know of. Tron's another one, but Tron kind of had a moderate success because it has this huge
So-
cult following.
Sin City 2005.
Yeah.
Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, 2014.
Yeah.
So it was a 9-year gap.
Yeah. Also, like,
just like Avatar would
Yeah.
be.
and we all saw how that turned out. Yeah, it's not gonna work. What has James Cameron been doing besides looking at the bottom of the ocean? Like, stop it! Make a movie. Yeah. Anyways, that is our update on the Avatar movies. They're not coming. Don't hold your breath. If you like Avatar, find a new movie. Okay, so
Rewatch the first one.
yeah, rewatch the first one or go watch Pocahontas 2. I'm sure it's just as fascinating. Alright, so Fox, in all its infinite wisdom, has updated us on its next slate of current releases. I'll just read them off and then give you the dates and basically a rundown of what they may or may not be. So we got the New Mutants, we got Deadpool 2, we have X-Men, Dark Phoenix, and those are the 3 that we should have in the next year. So, New Mutants is April 3rd, 2018. June 1st is Deadpool 2. And X-Men Dark Phoenix is November 2nd, 2018. So, Fox is banking on all of these movies getting made, done, and out all within the next year.
Yeah.
Which, according to various places, New Mutants is actually in pre-production right now.
Yeah, I
which,
think they're
again,
in,
means like Jack, because it could be
well-
in pre-production forever.
Yeah, they could be in pre-production, but if I'm not mistaken, they're actually the one thing I saw was that a lot of stuff is going on in Montreal where they film,
Yeah.
and then they're also in somewhere in the States. I want to say.
I want to say Virginia, because that just seems like a place they would be.
I actually think it was.
I'm just taking shots in the dark.
So yeah, that's going. That looks that's the furthest along, which makes sense because it would be the first one up. Right?
Yeah.
It's the first one coming out in April, so a year from now.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2, like, there's no problem with Deadpool.
Oh, that's already being made at this point.
That's a deal. Like,
yeah, and like for
Dark Phoenix, I'm like, again.
Yeah,
it's just
you botched the first one, like so bad.
It's just the idea of the repetitiveness. I don't see this one being any better.
No, definitely not. Like, based on X-Men Apocalypse, that movie sucked.
That movie was not good.
No, that movie was garbage.
It was fucking bad.
Yeah, there you go. It was fucking awful.
And
you have a terrible train record.
Yeah, you're gonna move these fucking actors that you have and creative people behind the movie and have them redo a movie you already did.
That you wrote out of continuity, by the way, because it doesn't matter anymore.
And then, yeah, some of the same team members are still there, though. That's the thing that I'm like, some of the same team members that were with X3 Last Stand are still currently there now. So I'm like, how is it going to be any different?
Bryan Singer isn't doing it.
He's still involved.
Brett Ratner?
Brett
Ratner's not touching it.
Yeah, Ratner's not touching it, but...
Maybe just go make Rush Hour.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. And then, plus there's been no talk of, there's been a lot of, like, rumors of this Dark Phoenix movie in the last couple months.
Yeah, it's just little tidbits, yeah.
But nothing official until this, like, past week.
Yeah.
And you want it to be out in just under a year.
Yeah, you can't...
Just over a year, sorry.
You can't rush these movies.
Like,
they turn out bad.
Unless there's been a lot of quiet, hush-hush, like...
There's no way. In this day and age, there's nothing. Everything gets leaked. That's how we got Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we got leaked footage from Deadpool. That's how we got the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see this movie going anywhere. Anywhere. Like, decent... Look at Suicide Squad. Rushed written, rushed produced, sucked.
Yeah.
It had the blue sky effect.
Yeah, it did.
Like, terrible. And then also on top of that, something else was rushed this year. Another big movie. Fantastic Four, not this year. But again, that movie was rushed in development because they were going to lose the license if they didn't make a movie, and they made it, and it sucked. Apparently out there is a much better cut of this movie. I don't see how it could be any better because the movie was,
unless it was
garbage beginning to end.
I think it was just a different movie with the same title.
Yeah.
Like it was just another movie that was called Fantastic Four.
Yeah, when the knockoff, like, 1970s version is the best Fantastic Four movie we have, maybe they should stop trying to make Fantastic Four movies. Or just give it up. And the New Mutants, does anyone really have an interest in the New Mutants?
I don't have any. I probably will not be seeing this movie.
I had to look up what they were and who they are because I had no idea.
Yeah,
no one cares.
I probably, as of right now, I would not be seeing this movie.
People barely go and see the main X-Men films anymore. They're not going to go see a spin-off with characters they have no idea who they've heard of.
Yeah.
And now they don't have Wolverine to fall back on. Like, you can't just throw...
It's not like he would be in there and
exactly.
I'll go see the Wolverine and the New Mutants.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who go and see X-Men movies because Hugh Jackman is in them. And, now they don't have that. So they're kind of screwed, I think. I don't know what they're really going to do with the X-Men. Like, these movies are floundering, and people don't seem to want to watch them anymore. Like, X-Men Apocalypse it was terrible. And they're just rushing through whatever storylines they could think of with characters.
Yeah.
We've already had Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse. And Days of Future Past. They've done the big storylines for the X-Men. There's not much left you can do.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? We'll just reboot it. Give it a break and try something new. Or just lose the license and give it to Marvel and it'll make $1 billion because it has the red logo in front of it that says Marvel.
Well, yeah.
And now we don't have Hugh Jackman, so we don't have to worry about him being shoved into every Avengers movie. So there's that. I guess, and Deadpool. Deadpool will just be great.
Yeah,
it's going to be more of Deadpool. It's basically almost the same people doing it, and now they're adding Cable and Domino. It's just going to be good. The first one was awesome.
Ryan Reynolds is amazing. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now he's amazing.
He's always been amazing.
Well,
I used to watch him on Two Guys and a Girl.
I know, I love that show, but I'm
Two
just
Guys, a
saying,
Girl, and a Pizza
we
Place.
always
I love
think
that
he's
show.
amazing, but
Watch
just
it
think,
at least like twice a year.
oh yeah, I've burned through that show more times than anyone can do for
Yeah.
two guys. For a show no one's heard of. It's
Yeah.
great. Seriously, guys, go watch that show.
Mm-hmm.
Go find it. Just any way you can, go watch it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we also got the Star Wars Episode 9 release date, which is May 24, 2019. So
So they're moving from December now.
yeah, I like that.
This
I like
is
that.
9, right?
Yeah, this is 9, yeah.
So the first one, what was the year?
This is 2019.
2019. So in May 2018 will be the first shift when I believe that's the Han Solo one that comes
Yeah,
out
they're moving these back to May.
to May.
Yeah.
That'll be the first one, and then they're keeping it with Episode 9 also being in May
Yeah.
2019.
Yes.
So we'll see if that changes anything. I think their December releases for the other, like, Rogue and Force Awakens.
A New Hope.
yeah, A New Hope 2.0. I think that having the release in December gave it a little bit more leeway because no other big movie comes out.
Yeah, especially in that May
right?
time.
Like
Yeah.
in that time frame, like you
Yeah.
can hold number one for even the month. If you come out in early December, you can hold it until Christmas
Yeah.
easily.
Well, because now there's not really that big.
There's no other movies, but
there's-
in May, you got 2 weeks either side, and something else is dropping.
You're starting that big summer
Yeah, you're
block.
starting the big.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks after that one, you're gonna have the next big movie in June.
Yeah, I was
2
looking
week-
at the list of where a lot of these movies fall, and there's like a week where it's like, okay, it's this, and then it's Frozen 2. And then that's going to make money. And then
Yeah,
after
Frozen 2,
that
like, that's gonna be a
is
huge
the
movie, so, like-
onslaught of live-action Disney movies because they just decided, hey, instead of making new films, we're just rehash the live-action
Hey,
ones.
Beauty and the Beast was amazing.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
you
it
haven't
yet.
seen it.
No.
I thought you did.
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it was
Oh,
really
it's
good.
So fucking good. So fucking good.
Here's your nerdy podcast. Beauty and the Beast is
was
awesome.
It
Wait,
was.
Well, you know what now? Now I don't get Tron 3. Thanks to those and fucking John Carter.
Nobody wanted John Carter.
No,
And
we didn't, but I wanted Tron
don't shit
3.
on the Disney live action films. Those are good.
No,
Have
they're
you
so
checked out-
popular.
Have you seen Jungle Book?
Yeah, I saw Jungle Book.
Jungle Book was
Yeah.
pretty good too.
Well, yeah, they're so popular. Disney's like, we're not going to make anything but those movies and sequels of Cars and Frozen. And we're like, but we wanted Tron.
And Toy Story. I think.
Yeah, they're doing toys. Oh, yeah, because that thing makes
Well, that's
money
Pixar,
regardless.
so-
Yeah, that's Pixar. Well, Disney owns
Disney,
Pixar now, though.
but yeah.
It's like the 8 people that wanted Tron, myself included. We're like, where's Tron? They're like, you got John Carter. We're like, no one fucking wanted John Carter.
No
you
one
spent
wanted Tron Legacy.
Yeah, wait, it made a decent enough of money. It did. You can sit there and think all you want. It made a nice enough dent.
It didn't make enough to make us to warrant anymore.
It was gonna have one, and then John Carter blew the budget and blew the bank, and it was like ridiculous. Who the hell was that marketing for? No one cared.
Yeah, I had Attack on Mars, John Carter.
How fucking know? The movie is so forgettable, no one cares. Like, it's awful. Anyways, that's my tangent that I just really want Tron. God damn it. Also, on Disney's slate of announcements was the next Indiana Jones flick. Yeah, I know. I like Indiana Jones 4.
Indy 4?
Yeah, I liked it.
Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen all 4 of them. I've only ever watched once until last weekend when I just rewatched the first one for the second time.
That's because you're sad.
And it wasn't bad.
No, they're great movies.
I don't remember. Like I said, I only watched them recently.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3 years ago or something like
Yeah.
that. Kind of around the time the 4th one came out.
Yeah, I've seen it. Well, I saw
And,
bits and pieces back in the day, and then I fully, about the same time all the
So I
movies
wasn't
came
really
out.
when I saw the 4th one. I wasn't like tied to this like, oh my god, they're changing this, they're doing
Yeah.
that. I was like, it looked the same as the other ones. I don't know. Like it was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
They were.
I mean, I
did
get the Shia LaBeouf hate.
Yeah, I get that.
I understand
totally
it.
accept that.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And
totally.
I get the mystical part of it, or the supernatural part of it a little bit. It was more in the forefront in Crystal Skull.
Yeah, but again, like, people were mad because they were like, "Oh, it's aliens."
Yeah.
And I'm like, the first one was about the Ark of the Covenant. The second one was about a tribe cult thing, and the third one was the Holy Grail. But aliens are out of the established realm of possibilities.
I guess it's like it kind of goes back to when I was watching it last weekend,
Yeah.
it was brought up that they're similar to like National Treasure, where they're going after items that we know exists in the world. They're looking for things like the Holy
They went to
Grail.
Area 51 and got an alien.
Yeah,
That's a place
I guess.
where everyone thinks aliens are.
yeah, I guess.
So, like, they're really...
No, yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
I mean, I'm just...
But
yeah.
yeah,
There's a lot
but I
of
think
yads
it's
in this
I think
podcast.
it's too much of a stretch.
Yeah. I like how
That's
many
okay.
times we say yeah.
I think it's too much of a stretch, but
Again, Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail. I don't think aliens are that far of a stretch.
yeah.
I really don't know. Like, again, I'm not going to get into the debate about God and aliens, but, like, you have gods and aliens. Like, how far off are these?
How about cowboys and aliens?
Nobody saw that fucking movie. No, I wanted to see that movie, and then I was just like, fuck it. No one's,
Yeah, we were talking about a couple months ago about watching it.
Yeah, and never did. Well, that was our
Well,
first...
that was the movie Comic-Con.
Yeah, that was
Comic-Con
fucking
first
everywhere.
year.
Yeah, everywhere.
Was it first year?
Yeah, first year.
So that would have been 2010, I
Yeah,
believe.
2010.
And go to San Diego Comic-Con 2010. They're passing all these flyers and things, and it says if you want a screening to go see this movie tonight, text this number, and you get tickets or whatever. Text this number at like 1 o'clock or something, I think.
We went to Cap instead.
We were texting the number the whole time, like,
Yeah.
and never got anything.
Nope.
No type of reply. Not even one of those automated ones saying like your name has been added.
Or idiot, you got the wrong number.
Yeah, like that. You keep texting me. Why? I don't know this number.
This is Fred. Who is this?
But yeah, so I think that was the hate for the movie for me was that like
You didn't.
I never-
You didn't
fine,
message us,
fuck it.
bro. We
You
were
didn't
trying
want
to get a
us to see
hold
this?
of you, and
Fuck
you
it.
didn't tell us
fuck this
anything.
movie. I'm not gonna see it.
Anyways, the release date for that is July 10th, 2020.
And
So
that's indie.
that's indie, yeah. So again, we'll probably get an indie movie before we get the next Avatar movie.
Yeah,
Uh, And by the way, just to go on a slight, really nerdy tangent here, the last Airbender movie had to be called The Last Airbender because of Avatar,
Yep.
where it should have been called Avatar: The Last Airbender. I mean, the movie sucked because that was M. Night Shyamalan's I'm Gonna Suck, period. But, yeah. Indie. New flick. Harrison Ford's coming back. Steven Spielberg's coming back. And that's all they
I
have
was just
for it
looking
right
at
now.
something. It came up the other day, and
About indie?
yeah.
Go.
What do I want to look at?
I don't know.
I believe it was this. So he Harrison Ford currently is 74 years old.
Yes.
So in 2020 he would be 80.
Yeah. Math.
He'll be 80 years old
Yeah.
when that movie comes out. I believe that's about 23 years older than Sean Connery was when he played his dad in the third one. I think Sean Connery was only in his like late 50s, early 60s.
Damn.
Yeah. At the time when he played his dad, so Harrison Ford would be almost 80.
Maybe he
when
should
he's in
just
the fifth one. he could almost have played his grandfather. He could have had the 80-year-old grandfather, the 60-year-old father, and then the 25 or 30-year-old son. You know, like.
How about he plays the next Doctor instead? That's old enough to play Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, he's not British. That would
No.
be really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Zoe Swindell? I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah, she
She is in
May have
Guardians.
the title for
Avengers 4.
She referenced it in an interview as Avengers Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes, she was.
Then it was quickly debunked that she had misspoke.
Yeah. How do you misspoke that?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
how
it's
that's
just
my
a
English
weird-
for today. Yeah.
It's just a weird thing for her to have said.
Especially
And the
Gauntlet.
the
Who
only-
throws down the word Gauntlet?
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is that, like, it's like an unofficial title. Maybe they will change it.
Yeah,
'Cause I
but-
think it changed.
but the thing- well,
there's still plenty of
Well,
time.
yeah, because it was supposed to be Infinity War Part 2,
Part
right?
2.
But it doesn't, because they were like, oh, it's going to be a spoiler, so we can't tell you the name of the title. First of all, don't name your title the spoiler for the movie.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
like naming Star Wars Everyone Dies at the End. Or dies part way through. It's my really bad Princess Leia joke. I think it went across the wall. Sorry. But yeah, don't name a spoiler in your title. And
Yeah.
again, Infinity Gauntlet is a stupid ass title, anyways. We get it. The gems go on a gauntlet. And,
Well, it's so. What's the difference between the Infinity War,
and the gauntlet.
and the Infinity Gauntlet?
The
They're
Infinity-
two different storylines, though. They were storylines.
Well, I'm assuming the Infinity War is going to be about the war for the gems that they are now shoehorning into the movies. That all of a sudden, every one of those things they found was a gem.
Yeah.
Because planning. And the gauntlet will be the fight for the gauntlet. Because I'm assuming at
To
the...
place the gems in.
Yeah, because I'm assuming
they're just
Thanos
really-
is going to show
this
up.
This is gonna be the Lord of the Rings approach to a movie, where like
Yes.
you walk at the end of the first one, and he shows the mountain in the distance.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get to the fucking mountain to the third one.
Yeah, pretty
so
much.
he just keeps walking through that goddamn forest for the
Well-
whole second one. Like, why? I seriously, I watched the first movie of Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
with my sister. She told me that's how she had already seen them. She told me that's what was happening
Yeah.
at the end of the first one, and I told her, "Fuck off! I'm done. I'm not watching it anymore. I haven't watched it anymore
So
since."
you wouldn't all right, let's hang on. Before we go any further, we're gonna dissect this. You wouldn't watch Lord of the Rings because there's walking involved, but you would sit through 7 Potter? How many
8.
Potter? There's 8 fucking Harry Potter films about a stupid ass kid with a lightning bolt who couldn't defeat a no-nose bald guy
Yeah.
for 8 fucking movies.
Well, give or take.
The villain is the same fucking guy. Why didn't this guy just kill the fucking kid with a lightning bolt?
He can't kill him. He tried to kill him.
With magic, fucking stab the kid. Again, I'm gonna go off the theory I went with earlier when we watched The Flash. Just beat the shit out of the guy until you get the information. You could have just stabbed Harry Potter. Anyone could have walked up and shanked the kid. He ended up in the hospital 87 times in the movie. You know what? I'm gonna done here because it sounds like I'm really into killing Harry Potter, but I think they suck. I would rather watch 3 Lord of the Rings than 8 fucking Harry Potter films because they are awful.
No.
Yeah.
And like I said, never seen any more. I
Man,
only
that
watched the first
fucking
one.
battle at Helm's Deep, that shit's awesome. You're just like, I don't fucking know it. Deep, really? Here's a giant nerdy ass podcast, but we're gonna laugh at Deep. But yeah, there's a fucking huge ass battle that's amazing.
Not my cup of tea.
No, fuck, it's not your cup of tea. Yeah, I got no problem watching the 3 British kids walk around in a forest in a flying car or some shit. God, those are... Anyways. What were you yipping about? Harry Potter sucks, Lord of the Rings is better. And
Oh,
Zoe...
Infinity War.
Infinity...
Gauntlet.
Okay, so...
So we're like, so Infinity War would be getting the stones, and then the Gauntlet is like, so they're fighting for the.
Yeah, because Thanos is
That
gonna...
doesn't need to be 2 fucking movies.
Yeah, well, here's what's gonna happen. It doesn't, I agree with you, but it's Marvel, and that's how movies are now. Every movie is stretched out to 2 or 3 because Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings did it first.
Yeah,
They split...
stretched it.
Actually, Harry Potter is the first, I think, advocate of this. They split the Deathly Hollows
they split the
into
last
2.
one into 2 movies.
And then they decided everything, like Hunger Games split it in 2. Divergent split its films that
Twilight
nobody
did.
watched.
Twilight split into. I actually watched.
Twilight could have been... If you say
Actually-
you're watching Twilight, I'm done
I
recording.
actually am. I'm watching it with my girlfriend. I actually watched the second one last week.
You watched it before without the girlfriend,
No,
so don't try to save face.
No. Years ago, I watched the first one. When it first came out, I did watch the first one.
Which, by the way, that movie looks terrible. How did they make more?
I watched the first one. It did look terrible.
It looks
I watched the first
awful.
one before it was popular.
Yeah.
When it got popular, I stopped watching them.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
watched them since.
Okay.
And then,
It's
but, like,
popular
2
now. I
weeks
don't
ago-
want to watch
Yeah, I
it.
was
Yeah.
like, fuck
Everyone's
this
into
train.
this.
Fuck this train. I liked it when it was indie. But 2 weeks ago, I watched the second one, and it wasn't horrible. I've watched worse.
I have... What,
I have.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
I fell asleep to that. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah,
asleep
at least
twice.
you were at home falling asleep to that. I fell asleep during the second Punisher movie three times at
It
the
was
theater.
Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider. Sorry, I got that confused.
Spirit of
Yeah,
Vengeance.
Spirit of Vengeance. I fell asleep at the theater 3 times. This guy had to wake me up.
Yeah.
It was 7 o'clock on a Friday. It was just that bad and that boring.
Yeah.
I have watched the first Twilight, and I have watched the second part of the last Twilight. which was awesome when there was that huge scene where they all die.
Mm-hmm.
And then I almost walked out because they fucking retconned it in the movie. Turns out it was a vision.
Yeah, the one girl sees visions.
Yeah, I was just waiting for it to fade to black.
Yeah.
The movie just ends. And you're like, all right,
That would
cool.
have been cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll get to the end. We're going to watch the rest of them. So.
Lucky you. Have fun. I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings.
We're divvying it up. We're watching that. We're watching Indy, and we're watching Mission Impossible. So I feel like I'm getting a good trade.
Couldn't you... New plan. Sub out Twilight and watch Die Hard for the 17th time.
Die Hard's on the list.
Not 17th time the movie, but the entire franchise 17th
Yeah.
time. Just watch all... Well, you can skip
I
the last one.
actually watched them during Christmas break.
Well, yeah, because Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I will
it is a
fucking
Christmas
argue
movie.
up and down with
So
that to anyone.
I watched all of them during like the Christmas
Yeah, it's
break.
like the best fucking Christmas movie.
It is.
We got way off
So,
topic. I still haven't explained what I thought the movie... Okay, so the war, right? Everyone's going to come together, including Spider-Man, which is awesome. Keep him in there. And they're going to fight for the gems, because Thanos is going to show up and take them all, and probably kill 5 or 6 of the Avengers. Hopefully the Guardians. Did I mention we're going to go see this movie next week, and I'm looking forward to it? Yeah, hopefully he kills 5 or 6 of these guys, and then Marvel diversifies them, and in the next film they're all going to unite and take back the gauntlet so Thanos doesn't rule the world.
I don't know if Thanos was in both movies.
I don't know either, but I'm just there spitballing ideas for them.
Yeah,
I'm sure their writers
we'll
will
figure
make
it out.
better
So-
plots.
What's next? TV?
Yeah, TV news. Yeah, that was
Telemundo.
Telemundo.
Telemundo. So,
There's some good
television.
shit on Telemundo. All right, so
So we got Flash this week came back, and Arrow after their month-long hiatus.
yes. Full disclosure, I have not watched Arrow, and I watched Flash because I knew we had to do this, but I watched it an hour before we had to record.
Yeah, I watched both episodes today too because I wanted to get them. I wanted to watch them because I thought you had watched them, so I was like, "Fuck!" If I get there and he asks, "Did you watch them?" and I say no, he's gonna be like mad because this is first episode, and I'm not prepared.
and I didn't
so I was
fucking
like,
do it.
I was like, "Fuck!" I'm gonna have to watch it today, so I did.
Teacher, I'm not prepared.
And then, so
Flash.
Flash.
Let's start with Flash, because you can talk about Arrow, because I didn't watch
yeah,
it.
Flash. Okay, there were some. Wasn't a
No, it was bad.
It was a bad episode.
It was
I'll
a
say this,
bad
it was
episode.
bad
And we're talking about episode 19, the Once and Future Flash.
Yeah.
Just to clear that up there.
spoilers,
Spoilers, by the way.
big-
we're
big
gonna,
spoilers.
yeah,
I'm gonna
we're
talk the
complete.
shit out of
Yeah,
both
we're
of
gonna,
these.
yeah, we're fucking
Yeah.
going in.
I'm gonna actually read the script to you guys. That was
What script? I
so
wrote
he-
more notes
so
on my pad
he,
here.
here's the rundown. Barry decides that he needs to run to the future to figure out who Savitar is.
And then he cried
So he runs to the future
and cried.
and he meets himself
Peter Parker emo hair self.
and he runs to 2024. For whatever reason, this show is hooked on that year. So he runs into
Good
February
vintage.
2024.
Yeah.
And he sees that it's a bleak world.
Whoa, hang on.
the whole-
It's not a bleak world. It's a bleak alley.
Yeah, it's a bleak alley. It's the same alley in both scenes.
Yeah, because apparently, normally they can afford to spend some money on getting some exterior shots. This time they were just like, here's an alley and here's a fence around the still busted ass facility they're in. Could they fix the fucking thing?
No one wants to fix it. And I think
Someone
Barry
could
owns it.
He could spend $5 and fix the damn roof. It's
Yeah.
pissing me off. You don't even acknowledge that it's fixed. Just the one exterior shot where there isn't this giant
Crane
shark
thing.
bite out of it.
Yeah.
Like, come on! It's been 3 years within the time frame, and the city's just cool with this fucking dilapidated
High
structure. Like, come on! Structural planning.
So he runs to the future, February 2024. We see that Future Barry has stopped being the Flash. The whole team is disbanded. They're all downhill.
Woohoo! Team Flash no
Team
more.
Flash. I'm all aboard not having a fucking team. I like the idea of that.
Run, Barry, run!
So it's unclear through watching the episode twice for myself
It's
that
very
how
unclear.
long he has not been the Flash.
Because
Or
he
if
gets a spiffy new costume, but decides
he has
to
a
be
but
sad and
but
emo
they
with
say
long
that he
hair.
stopped being Flash shortly after Iris's death, which is like
yeah.
in a couple weeks, supposedly.
So in the month span, he got a new costume and just decided, I'm not going to be the Flash anymore.
Or he was the Flash for a while, and then couldn't do it anymore, couldn't take it anymore, and then stopped.
That would be my guess, because why else
But like,
would they give him a different
the
costume?
idea is like, but my idea with that is like, wouldn't if he does it for like another year,
yeah,
then why aren't you just feeling better? Time heals all wounds. Why don't?
But
they,
it's
like
it's the love of
just,
his life.
It doesn't make sense.
the
It's
love
very
of his life.
disjointed. Like they set out with like we don't want a Flash in 2024, so like he's just not being. They did the Dark Knight Rises approach, where the hero just walks away from the only thing he knows how to fucking do.
And let's just speak earlier about this. The Batman in Nolan films is not a good Batman.
No, he's not.
He was Batman for maybe 6 months. His girlfriend died. He was sad.
Yeah, I can map out the fucking timeline to that
movie. And he quit.
He's about Batman for about probably 4.5 months.
Yeah.
And then he quits for 7 years, and then he's Batman for about 8 days.
And then gets into Gotham somehow.
Yeah. But anyways.
Rises sucks. Just throwing that out there.
So, sidetrack. Anyways, so that's the point of the movie. I mean,
show.
The television show.
Yeah. Flash was bad. He went to the future.
He goes there. He fixes everyone. Restores hope in the future.
Woo.
Runs back to 2017.
Yep.
And
no more emo hair.
Caitlin has gone full Killer Frost.
Which, side tangent once again, why does her powers make her a bitch?
I think it just... She must have a split personality, and they're just not dictating that.
No, they're just... I don't get it.
Yeah,
she's all nice and helpful, and then she's got powers, and they freeze, so suddenly she's just a bitch.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to be evil today for no particular reason.
About the structure of the episode reminded me a lot of their Speed Force episodes, where like they structured around like him getting to the Speed Force, and then him confronting the Speed Force, or in this case, the future, which was Cisco.
Yeah.
And then then they did like
he was like the ghost of Christmas Past, just guiding him through.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's the future with
Iris.
So here's where Barry's at. Commercial. You can tell where the commercials are because of the black screens, right?
Yeah.
Commercial. Then here's what
Draco.
Yeah, Draco. Malfoy's doing. And then here's what her dad is doing, and here's what Wally's doing, and
why is his apartment all turned to shit?
Yeah, like I watched the same thing, and I was like, how do places look like that? Because I was like, if I walked out of my house right now,
came back in a couple of years,
came back in 10 fucking years, that TV's gonna be on that stand. It's not gonna be on the ground and the
or
couches.
Someone's going to rent out the apartment.
Yeah, that too.
Like, it was his apartment. Much like he owns the building he doesn't fix. You know what? Never mind. That apartment won't get fixed. It'll just fucking fall apart like his goddamn building.
Yeah. It's a
shitty episode. Future.
At the end.
Yeah.
I'm jumping to the end of the episode. There was honestly
nothing fucking happened. He had emo hair. Cisco had no hands. Why is everyone in the future crippled?
Yeah, Cisco had no hands.
No offense.
Wally had...
They broke his spine.
And so what I wanted to bring up was this. What I wanted to bring up was this.
Why didn't his spine heal?
I don't even care. Bullshit and reasons. Fuck that show. He should not even have powers.
He is not a fan of Wally, just throwing that out.
What I want to say is this. So, in the year 2024, that timeline.
Yeah.
Were they tipped off that Iris was good? Would you say that they were tipped off that Iris was going to die?
No, see, because I think
this
is a reset timeline, right? So everything that happened, I think, God, I hate time travel. Everything that happened already has already happened.
Yeah. So
and then when Barry shoots to the future the first time by accident, he sees a sequence of events that are going to happen that he shouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
So when he goes back,
he wants to fix it.
He wants to fix it. So that timeline is still set until Barry is going to inevitably fuck it up and break everything like he does.
Because when I'm watching it though, like this is what I was getting to is that they're like, oh, when Iris got killed, Wally got mad and just ran after him. And I was, and like, Joe hits the bottle and gets all depressed and all that stuff. And I'm just like...
There was no evidence that he was on the bottle.
But, like, what I want to say is, like...
Arrow.
Why would they have been so shocked by it?
Yeah, because I don't think they knew what
maybe
happened.
Maybe they didn't know.
Yeah,
maybe
I don't think they knew.
But
yeah.
again, it's not really like clear as to what their time. They're making shit up as they go.
You know,
they're just putting words on paper.
The flat words on paper. Yeah, again, they don't read the page before. That's why we have shitty dialogue. Like, oh, you can go back to the exact time you left. The next goddamn scene, I have to get back before Caitlin turns into a bitch.
And spends too much time with Savitar, and it's like you could stay here for years. Go back to the time that you left and still stop Caitlin from joining up with Savitar, which, jumping to the end of the movie, we finally see the beginning reveal of Savitar.
It's Ronnie!
That's what...
It is not fucking... Although I was reading some stuff after I found this out, and there was, like, reasons why he's blue.
She's very...
and blah, blah, blah.
She's very eager and willing to comply. Like,
yeah.
She definitely knows who this person is.
Exactly. That was the big reveal. He steps out of his Megatron suit. Which, by the way, it looks a lot less Megatron-y suit now that it's an actual suit.
Yeah.
I have noticed that.
Now that I fully understand that he's wearing, like, an armor and it's not him.
But even though it's an actual physical suit now, not just... Because the CGI one looks terrible. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's a CW show, so most of the CGI looks terrible. But we give it a pass because it's a CW show.
Yeah.
But it looked like goddamn Megatron. Which,
at the beginning of the show.
Now, is that a shot at the CW or a shot how shitty the Transformers look?
Little both.
Yeah.
Little both.
Yeah, fuck Transformers.
But I want to say, I think it should be Barry.
I do think it is Barry, though. Future. Yeah, I do think it's Barry. If it's Ronnie, like, there's no...
If it's Ronnie, I'm done. If it's Ronnie, there'll be no reviews of Season 4, because I'm not watching anymore.
He says this, but this is a person who has stopped watching Arrow, stopped watching Flash, and stopped watching Legends each season, and has come back and watched them again.
No, I didn't jump back on the Legends more. I watched the first 3 episodes this year and never went back.
The ending's pretty solid. You should go back and just go burn through the end of it.
Yeah, I'm not watching Legends.
Yeah, you don't watch the end of anything anyways. How many shows you got to finish?
I don't finish TV shows.
Yeah, I know.
I don't watch the last seasons or the last couple episodes of the series.
I don't like endings or finales. I mean, there are some finales that are just garbage, but really, in all reality. Yeah. Alright, so that was The Flash. The big reveal at the end of the episode, which I think next week we will actually find out who was in the suit. But they tease that it is the man in the suit. They know who, or at least they're going to find out, and Caitlin knows who it is, but she's not telling because she's evil.
So, jumping into Arrow. I'm going to tell you the rundown of Arrow.
Did he shoot someone with an arrow?
Actually, no. No. There were no arrows in this episode.
Did they talk a lot about gun control?
No.
Alright. I'm out of shitty jokes, so go ahead.
Okay, so, rundown of Arrow was this. Felicity is working for Helix, right?
Yeah, they gave her something to do.
Yeah. Helix, all along, has been, in a way, pretty much... I think they were using her. It kind of... My idea at the end.
Yeah, they found her randomly, though.
But they were using her because one of their buddies, this Caden James, I believe his name was abducted and taken by Argus. They're holding him captive illegally. Just literally in a shipping container.
Hang on, it's Argus. They don't do anything illegally.
And so their whole idea is, like, if we get this guy back, he can actually help find Prometheus because he developed a code that can track a person based on their heartbeat.
Cool.
Just go with me on this.
I'm with you. That's kind of cool.
So that's Helix's pitch to Felicity to get her to help.
Okay.
Now she goes back to the team and says, "We got to stop. We got to get this guy out of Argus. Well, they're illegally detaining him.
Did they kill Wild Dog?
Diggle's a little... No, Diggle's not... Wild Dog is an aside story. And
they gave him a story?
I'll tell you my ideas of that side story in a second. She goes and talks to Diggle and Ollie.
Yeah.
And Diggle's a little mad because Argus is ran by his wife, and he didn't know that she was partaking in what he refers to as old Amanda Waller ways of, like, just taking people and just... Literally, he's in a shipping container.
So... Diggle's brain dead.
And Oliver, after his big turn of events through the last couple of weeks, is like, and rightfully so, he doesn't want Felicity to make those choices.
No, that's his chick.
Yeah, like, and I get it, like, the idea that they actually have two really nice scenes together where he goes to her and he asks her, don't do this, like, don't cross that line.
Yeah,
And
you
and
can't come back
she-
from that line,
And
right?
she, like, throws it in his face, like, well, you always do it, you make the hard choices, and he tells
Yeah.
her, like, he tells her something along the lines of, like, I do make the hard choices, but the more I make, the easier they are. They're not hard. That's the point. He's
Yeah,
trying
the
to
more
tell
you
her,
make
it's
the
like,
dark decision
yeah.
about something, you're going to keep
Yeah,
doing
and
it.
that's what
We've
he's
seen
trying
him
to
do
get
it
her to
time and time
understand. It's like,
again.
you're making that hard choice now.
Yeah.
But next week it's a little easier, and a month now it's a little. Before you're just doing it like I am now, like
You
turning
just-
on a fucking light bulb is just there, right?
Yeah.
Although she doesn't fully understand it.
Well,
So, Diggle, Ollie, Black Canary,
the good one.
team up with Argus to protect the guy. They want Helix to come after them so that they can capture Helix.
So they can shut down Helix.
Yeah.
'Cause they have the Batman power to see everything.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
So-
it's like Brother Eye, right?
Yeah, it's like Brother Eye.
Yeah,
Felicity has a choice to make.
Yeah.
What side she's on.
yeah. Okay.
She sides with Helix. She puts a line in the fucking sand. So
Ollie put an arrow in her.
they go to the facility. Turns out the team, Ollie and Diggle, are at the Argus Command Center type of thing.
Yeah.
And the guy, Caden, is in an off-book black site, literally sitting in a shipping container.
Did they give him a toilet or a bucket?
He was just strapped to a chair. With a
the,
bag,
the
with
cool,
a bag on his
the
head.
cool Bond
Yeah,
thing.
it was like James Bond, Casino Royale, hanging his nuts with a rock and a stick. And but for somehow Helix knew that he was in that site and not the other one, so they went to that site. Dig and Oliver are 12 miles away at the other site. They gotta fucking fly in there real fast to the proper site. They end up getting there. They stop the thing.
Yeah.
They get Caden. Helix gets Caden. They're about to throw him in a van. Oliver comes running around the corner. He takes a. He's using his gun. He's dressed in his black clothes.
Oh yeah,
and the mask.
because he can't be Arrow
Oliver,
right now, right? Yeah.
He just throws a bullet, like shoots at the.
He throws a
Well,
bullet.
he throws one in like their direction. Doesn't hit anyone. He tells them. He's
But
like,
again, he threw a bullet.
yeah, he did. He right out of the gun. He, threw it,
he
threw it
got
right
those
out of
the
gun.
clip and just
He
chucks it.
Put it off. Just chucked it.
He's like, I use a bow.
I don't know how to use these guns. So he throws. He shoots at the truck. Tells him next one goes in his head. Which he could totally do. Oliver's the shit.
Well, yeah.
So-
I mean, if he's using a bow, I don't know about throwing bullets at people.
He
But
could easily throw one in the guy's head. Anyways, so he tells him next one goes in his head. He's running up to the truck to get him out. Felicity throws up this like electric shield
oh, cool.
that like he can't cross.
Yeah.
And she tells him, and the truck takes away.
Yeah.
She tells Oliver, she's like, look, like this is it.
These are my people.
These are like I gotta go with them.
Yeah, my
and
peeps.
she puts like her tablet down on the ground, and she's like, and she slides it under the electric field that she put up.
Yeah.
And she tells him, like, Curtis can shut this off for you. Because, like, that way he can get out.
Felicity.
And get to the end. So they get Caden. They get that. That's it. That's how it ends. Last minute recap, or the last few minutes, is like
The
Felicity-
after Arrow
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Felicity goes back to Helix. That command center is gone. She comes down the stairs. It's cleared out. It's emptied. There's a monitor playing in the background. It's the girl that she's been talking to.
Yeah.
She tells her, like, yeah, like, you're a liability. We can't actually work with you. Team Arrows will always be after you. Argus will always be after you. You know, like...
And their defense,
and
they are
and
totally
essentially,
right.
Yeah, 100%. Plus, they got what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
They wanted her to get them close to Argus, to get them close to this guy that they were looking for, right?
Yeah. Now, is this
But-
guy anyone important in the overall, like, DC made
No,
universe?
he's
or
just like
some
an
random...
extreme... He was referenced as making Snowden look good. Like, Snowden in our world.
Yeah, I know who
Like,
Snowden is.
Yeah. Like, he
I'm
was
not
like
a
10 times worse than
I am a
Snowden,
giant
apparently.
Iron Man. Yeah.
That's what they said. Anyways,
He's going to leak
she gives
more
them the
stuff.
code, though. She gives Felicity the code
Yeah.
to trace the heartbeat thing.
Oh, okay, that was nice of her. Well, screw
comes
you,
back-
but here's going to help you.
Yeah, she comes back to the cave, like the Arrow Cave. She's running the thing, and her and Oliver are talking about what the fuck just happened, because she drew a clear line in the sand twice in this episode.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Look, you'll understand. I made these choices," and he's like, "I don't think I can like forget. Like I won't forget this.
Damn, Ollie.
Which is fuck that. Fuck her. Like who the fuck does she think she is?
She's Felicity. She does what she wants.
She does.
As
And,
we've
like,
clearly
just
seen
not,
4 or 5 seasons
it
now.
just was not a good
So,
show.
again...
Another dry episode for our first week back.
Yeah.
Where, like, it
This is
gets to the
supposed to-
end,
yeah.
and the heartbeat is tracing Prometheus,
Yeah.
tracks him down to being in the fucking Arrow cave.
Cool.
They're looking, her and Oliver are looking at the camera, it says, she's like, he's here. And Oliver looks up, cave explodes, cut to black, that's the end of the fucking show. That was
See,
the end
they're
of this
really
week's
good with
episode.
these, like... See, that should have been, like, the end of the last episodes. And then the new one should have been the fallout from that.
Yeah, like, both
Very weak, just
episodes
kind of
back
endings.
felt like they should have been
Yeah.
the last one going into the break because they end on such a cliffhanger.
I don't think they paced them out very well, these episodes.
Yeah, they end on such a cliffhanger that I want to see the next one. I didn't really care for this girl on.
No, well, again, they fall into that trap of they're too goddamm long. Not
Yeah.
episodes, but seasons.
Seasons.
They're
many
too
seasons, you gotta
long.
have filler and stuff.
Yeah, I hate filler.
Yeah.
Like, you need that, like, 13, 12 episode run. Like, the Marvel shows. And Walking Dead. Granted, Walking Dead is boring as all hell now.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, those shows
like Game of
have a
Thrones,
better
12
structure.
episodes, there's no bullshit, you get right to the point and everyone dies, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, those are the better shows.
They
Just
are, like,
because
it's-
they're shorter.
Yeah, exactly.
But Arrow, like, I prefer Arrow over Flash. Like,
See, normally I prefer, like, especially last season, I prefer The Flash, because Arrow was awful.
even Arrow's last season, which was really bad, horrible.
Yeah.
I Arrow, like, as a character is so cool.
Yeah, Stephen Amell as
But-
Arrow
and
is
Stephen
amazing.
Amell is amazing
But it's
too,
the
but
rest of
Arrow's
Arrow I have a
It's
hard
so
time
cool
putting
that,
up
like,
with.
I put up with so much more.
See, there's less,
And
I
I'm
think,
like,
there's less on the
oh,
Flash I have to put up with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there are annoying character traits in these characters, but I think they're better rounded characters than Arrow, who just seems to change whatever character flaws or defects they have on a whim.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Oh,
no,
so,
this is it.
Wild Dog. He has a side story with Lance, Detective Lance, right?
What, are they making a goddamn buddy cop show with these two?
They're going back and forth because Lance is trying to get him to go to the court so he can start seeing his daughter again.
Well, I don't
There's
care.
about 4 segments in between of all the action stuff
Yeah.
with Oliver.
I was going to say that's
Felicity
sweet, but
and
I
stuff.
truly do not care
Here-
about this character.
I watched half of the first segment,
Yeah.
and then any other time they came back on screen, I
Just
skipped.
scrubbed right by
I
it.
scrubbed right by it, so I honestly couldn't tell you. I do know at one point the kid was on screen, so he did meet with him.
Yeah.
He did get to see the kid, but I couldn't tell you anything about context, story, lines, whatever.
It's not to say that we're soulless
just like-
monsters, it's just that
I want to get back
Wild
to
Dog
it's like,
sucks
it's
so
the idea that,
bad.
Like, say with number of episodes,
Yeah.
individual episode length. I just want to get back to the fucking show. I want to get back
Yeah.
to Oliver. I want to get
There are
back to
too
Diggle. I
many
want to
of
get
these
back-
team
I don't care about the
goddamn
rest of
people on
fucking
these
characters
shows.
On these shows.
Yeah. The show is called Arrow and the Flash. Not Flash and the Super Friends, and Arrow and his
Wonder
random tag of Wonder Teams.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Alright, so that was our recap of the DC shows. Legends is done. That had a good run. We started this after it was done, so no recap on that. Alright, so now we're moving into, again, we're going to go with TV news. And the big thing was NBC pulled Powerless off of its schedule.
Saw that coming.
It's, yeah.
Never watched it.
I thought
was
I
never
muted it.
going to.
Yeah, no. Plus, they retooled the show before it even premiered, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it
they
was.
retooled it to have a more Batman focus.
Yeah.
Hoping that would grab people, and it didn't. I
Well,
knew this.
I think it was all a snowball effect because, like, the DC movies are garbage for the most part. There's good stuff in them. Yeah, unfortunately, there's good stuff in them. It's just bogged down with a bunch of bullshit. So to tie a TV show into that no one cared about to begin with was just stupid. And then again, you place it on NBC, a network nobody watches, and then you place a show that like no one has any interest in. Like, it really was just destined to fail from the get-go. I don't get what the reasoning was behind it. Like, you just can't make random shows based off
And it was
random
a show
stuff.
about people that work at a Wayne Tech
Yeah.
communication like tech service or
No,
something.
they make, like, the original show was supposed to be like
Well,
insurance stuff, right?
They were dealing with insurance.
Yeah, like, oh, I got attacked by, a flying demon or whatever.
Well,
okay,
yeah, well,
blah,
like,
blah, blah, blah,
it was the idea that, like, fucking, Super Clark there ripped through my apartment building
Yeah.
fighting Zod, and I have no fucking house to live in.
And my argument to that would be, well, at least your building's still standing because everyone else died. But, yeah, like, and then they retooled it to where they made R&D gadgets or whatever. I'm like, so
Yeah.
are they testing Batman's next gear?
Yeah.
Because, like, no one cared.
And it was a comedy.
Yeah, and it was a comedy.
It was
and
also a comedy,
Yeah.
so, like,
it wasn't even like one of those shows where I'm like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm like, I'll check it out, see how it is. Watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, oh, this ain't for me, I'm done.
Yeah.
But at least you checked it out. But this show, I had no interest in checking out. There was no interest behind it. And how it got 6 episodes in?
Beyond me.
I don't even know. Anyways, it's got pulled, it's done, no one gives a shit about it. Moving on to DC shows people actually give a shit about and have wanted for a very long time, and I will explain what those are and how we're going to get them, because it seems interesting, but knowing DC, they'll fuck it up. So, basically, I'm going to start with this, we are getting a Teen Titans live-action TV show. It's going to have Nightwing in it, is going to lead a new group of heroes. Not sure what that means, if they're going to be a new series of like Titans with him. But it's also at least going to have Starfire and Raven. But it is going to be live action, and it's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
I hope. Because the Titans they're a fascinating group of characters.
What's the next show?
The next show, because we have no information other than that on Titans, is the long-ass awaited 3rd season of Young Justice, the animated series. Which is awesome. Because those first 2 seasons are amazing. Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that again. I think I've watched it like 3-4 times already. It is an amazing show, regardless of it being a cartoon. The characters in it it's well voiced, well written. It's what you want basically in a TV show.
It's a well character driven show.
Yeah, and
it doesn't matter that it's animated. It's the characters.
Exactly, and there's so many of them, and they're all written so well.
And they're all and these shows are going to be on their own DC network.
Yes.
App.
So DC is launching, very little details about it, but it seems like it's going to be a network, Netflix, Hulu type of thing.
Well, I was thinking more like like the WWF network app. Yeah. Oh, yeah. WWE.
Fucking decade are you in, man?
The WWE
Jesus.
network app.
Well, yeah, again, all their, but yeah. So these 2 shows are going to be exclusively on there, and we will not get them in Canada.
Probably not.
I am downright confirming this.
So I'm saying this right now. That network better be available in Canada.
You really hope it does. Because
I fucking hope
we got screwed on the WWE network.
Yeah.
We do not get Hulu. We do not get HBO Go.
No. We don't get
and probably a bunch of other shit too.
We don't get YouTube TV.
No, we don't get YouTube TV. We don't get PlayStation View.
Yeah,
we don't get fucking anything over
I
here.
YouTube TV so
we are 5 minutes from a goddamn border.
Yeah.
Not Mexico.
We live in Windsor.
Yeah, we live in Windsor, Ontario. It is 5 minutes from Detroit. Why the hell we are not able to get this blows my goddamn mind and pisses me off. WWE, I will pay for your stupid network. Just allow me to have it on something other than cable.
Yeah, that's
like,
the only way you
come
can get
on.
is if you first get $80 cable bills. But anyways, moving on.
No.
So, I just want to say this about the Teen Titans show.
Yeah, DC's network shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to feature Nightwing?
Yes.
And do you think these are tied to the movies? Again, or are we getting another Flash scenario where we're having to... Cause
it's either going to be a Flash scenario or it's going to be a Netflix Marvel scenario where they acknowledge their existence.
But they are
TV
making a Nightwing
shows.
movie.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I
they
forgot
are
about that.
making a Nightwing movie.
Yeah,
they already announced that. The guy that did the animated Lego Batman is doing it.
Yeah, Phil.
No,
not Phil.
No,
I thought it was those 2 guys.
No, not those 2 guys.
Not those 2 guys.
It's one guy. I forget his name.
Oh, I was thinking of the Lego movie.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Lego movie.
The Lego Batman movie, which I have not seen yet.
Batman movie, and he's directing the Nightwing movie.
Well, maybe they just shit canned it and decided to make a TV show instead.
I don't think so.
Okay, so
But anyway.
well,
So
based
I'm
off
just
of
like,
that, it
I don't
probably
wanna
will be
create-
separate universes.
Yeah,
then.
I don't want to keep creating the
Well,
Flash
there's
scenario. where
maybe
there's
I think
multiple.
what may happen, and I've seen various places report on this, just hypothetically, is that it will be tied into the overall. I guess they're calling it the Arrowverse. So it will be with Flash, Legends, and Supergirl and whatnot.
I'm
by
okay
the
with
way,
that then.
by the way, you guys are never, unless it's a crossover, getting a Supergirl rundown
No.
because we do not watch it.
I only watch the ones that involve the crossover events. Yeah.
Or dancing.
Yeah, you watched that dancing.
I
with the
did.
Flash.
It
I didn't
wasn't
watch
that
the one-
bad.
I skipped that one
I don't blame
for
you.
Flash.
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
I just don't want to keep. If it's okay, I'll be okay if it is tied to the Arrowverse. I know the one guy, Greg Berlanti's attached to it too.
Yeah,
He's
so
the
you
guy
know
that
what's
runs
going.
the
You know what's going in the
Arrowverse.
Arrowverse then.
But I don't want to. So I'm okay. I'll buy that. Fine.
Yeah.
It could stick him in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I don't want to create like that verse, like the Arrowverse. I don't want to have the DC Network verse, and I don't want to have the movie verse. And
Well,
then
we've
have
already
a
got
Nightwing
that, though.
And then have a Nightwing in
Yeah,
each of them.
separate. Yeah,
Like,
but
you know, like
we
that's what I don't want. I don't
Yeah.
want 3 fucking Nightwings and 3 fucking Flash. Like, you know, I don't want to.
I think it's
it.
only going to be 2. They're going to have the TV one and then the movie one and
Okay.
then the animated one. But yeah, so there'll
Well,
be 2. And
I'm hoping that they put other content. Obviously, they'll put more shows than just those.
yeah,
two.
they'll
But I wanna
probably
put,
end
like,
up
the old
putting
ones.
like the
Like,
old
throw
DC.
Justice League on there. Throw
They probably
the
will.
animated Batman.
The animated Batman,
Animated
the
Superman.
Superman, the
All the movies would be awesome if they threw all
those
movies.
animated on
Like,
there. Yeah,
I would love if Steel was up there.
that is
so that
not.
I can watch-
No, that's not a DC
That's
movie.
a DC movie.
That is a.
That's a DC logo right at the start of it. I pulled it out of the vault like a few months ago.
I told you to
watched
put
it.
it back in the vault because that shit is terrible.
No, man, DC Steel was an awesome movie.
No, it wasn't.
It was great.
It's fucking awful.
Beautiful film.
You know what's a better movie? I was gonna say Twilight, but I can't even make that fucking joke.
See, Steel was better. So
Iron
no, but I
Man,
hope all
Iron
the
Man
other-
3 is better than
I
Steel.
hope.
Nah, I'm kidding. That movie sucked too.
I'm hoping that all the movies will be on there too.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be. I hope.
I'm sure it will be.
I'm sure-
I'm sure they're definitely not just wasting all this money to make an app to put on two
shows. Yeah.
They're like, let's hope it works.
Here you go. Here's your 2 shows. One and Dawn.
They all get released, and they get released all in one day. Like
Well,
Netflix
that's
does.
the thing. Are they going to do a Netflix model like that, or are they going to do like per week, kind of like they do with this with Archie, where which was weird. It airs on the CW, and then they throw it on Netflix one episode at a time.
Riverdale.
Yeah, Riverdale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see how it airs.
yeah. I'm hoping just to binge watch it because it's going to be awesome. Maybe.
I prefer the binge watching feature.
But
now,
again, I would like it to
I
be
just want it
spaced
on.
out.
I just want it on.
Oh, yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
I just want
Yeah.
20. I think it comes out in 2018.
Yeah.
I just want 2018 to do it. All right.
Oh man, there's going to be so much good shit.
Yeah.
More content for us. Thanks, guys. We need it. All right, so moving on to, I guess, some comic book news. Again, all spoilers for this because the book isn't out yet. So it was it's going to be the free comic for Comic Book Day on May 6th.
Yeah.
Guys, go get your free comics. Because they're expensive as hell normally. So you get a couple free ones. Go for it. Find your local comic shop and go there. I don't know any comic shops you can go to, but go ahead. That is so a joke no one will get but us and like the 4 people we told to watch this thing. So anyways, the Secret Empire Free Comic Day comic ends with Captain America, full Hydra, as he is, in his full Captain America outfit, I guess, holding Mjolnir. Nailed it. Thor's hammer, for those of you who don't know what the hell that is. It's Thor's hammer. Which is odd, because only the worthy, allegedly, can lift Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
So how is a Hydra agent, who supposedly at this point is systematically trying to destroy the world, worthy to carry Thor's hammer?
We'll find out.
6 years from now. Because we just found out why Thor wasn't worthy enough to kill the hammer, or to wield the hammer, and I still don't understand it. But, yeah, so that's it for the comic book news, I think. It wasn't really... Oh, there's some more. DC's Rebirth is going out of its way to fix what they messed up.
Oh yeah, they're reconning and bringing
Yeah,
in famous
yeah,
titles and
yeah.
issues and
So
stuff like that.
next week, for our main topic of the show, we'll be discussing that. But for right now, there's a few big kind of stories. Superman's got a whole bunch, like the death of Superman, the reign of the Superman, and what's that other big one? The death of Clark Kent, and a few other kind of random like story tidbits here and there are all back in canon now. Whereas before, with Flashpoint and the 52, there was kind of a where they're not where they were and if they are in continuity. So those are now back in continuity. Those are the big main ones, basically. Oh, and Superman Reborn, where they turned him into a blue lightning bolt
Yeah.
because comics. That is also now back in continuity. And we found that out in Action Comics. Now over on in Flash's book, they made it so the '90s reinterpretation can't speak words is of the first meeting of the Justice League is now canon once more.
Yeah, Justice League.
Yeah, there's a shot. Yeah, there's a shot of Batman and Flash running through time, I guess, showing them going through various points to see like what they missed and whatnot. And again, we'll explain all this next week, so it makes more sense in context. But that is now canon once again. Identity Crisis is back in canon, and Crisis on Infinite Earths is now canon. Which, what the hell? Wasn't the whole point of 52 to get rid of Crisis and get rid of all this like multi-world crap so it didn't confuse the shit out of everyone?
Back in. They couldn't keep it out. It fought its way back in.
Yeah, because like Convergence just was like, hey, here's a whole bunch. Oh my god, I still don't understand Convergence.
Yeah, there were still parts. Like I got the basic
yeah.
gist of it, but there were still parts I was like, I don't know what the hell happened.
Convergence was so confusing it went over into Marvel and fucked everything up over there with Battle Worlds. That's how bad Convergence was. It messed up Marvel's continuity, which is a whole other goddamn subject. Everything breaks continuity. They need to stop.
Yeah,
you know who has the best continuity? Doctor Who. That shit makes less sense and more sense in the same context than it does. That show goes out of its way to tie things together that you're just like, crazy.
Yeah.
There's no way this would work. You watch the first season of Doctor Who, you're like, I don't know, I have no idea what's going on. And then they explain it at the end, you're like, holy shit, I am not clever enough to figure any of this crap out. Watch
I had to be spoon-fed at the end.
Yeah, go watch the start of Matt's Doctor Who, and then get to the end of it, you're like, holy shit. By the way, if you don't watch Doctor Who, you're broken. Go watch it. Start with Matt. Seriously?
Yeah, season 5.
Yeah, season Doctor Who is 50 years old. So how, when it came back for the revival, it's a little weird because it starts with series 1. But yeah, go watch season 5. It's a British show, so they go by series. It's a little confusing. So if you go watch it, it's really good. Starts off with Matt with is it Day of the Doctor?
No, the first episode is the 11th hour.
The 11th. God, you think I'd remember that? I don't. But it's awesome. Seriously, go watch Doctor Who. But yeah, so those stories are back in canon. Each company seems to be going out of its way now to appease readers and fix things that they have broken. Now, this is going to lead into our main topic of the show, which is comics and Marvel mainly, because DC seems to be okay with this kind of thing. They introduce it a lot better than Marvel does, and that's diversity in their characters. Now, Marvel goes out of its way to seem to just kick its characters out of whatever they're in and introduce younger characters who are, let's say, different ethnicity, different sexual orientations, and shit like that, just for the sake of basically rewatching number ones and having a diverse character. Now, the way I see it is there's nothing wrong with diversity and having different types of characters, whether it be age, sex, ethnicity, and shit like that. You can have all those characters, but there's no need to either retcon or change characters just for the sake of diversity. You don't need to change things to be diverse. You can introduce characters, and Marvel has a shit ton of diverse characters they can use. But instead, they kick like prime example, Thor. Thor is Thor.
No, now he's nameless.
But now, no, he's not nameless. He's Odin's son.
His name is his dad's name?
No, he's Odin's son.
Yeah, well, so his name
Yeah.
is his dad's name, and then what he is.
Yes.
He's a son.
Yes.
So his driver's license would say Odin's son.
Yes, the god of
And
thunder.
no last
the
name.
god of thunder who wields a hammer has a driver's license.
It would say Odin's son.
It would say Odin's son.
Is it
no
like,
name.
Is it?
Asgard.
Do you say it fast, like Odinson? Like, is it one word?
he's from like Milwaukee. It's Odin's son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they changed it. So now, again, spoilers. The hell's her name?
Ironheart.
No, the one who actually wields Thor hammers now.
Oh, Jane.
Jane. Is now Thor.
We didn't know it was Jane for a while.
No,
So
they stretched that shit
they kept that
out
on lockdown.
so long.
I just don't understand the need. So, like, they did it with Thor. They did it with not recently, but kind of recently with Iron Man. They made
Thor,
they made,
Iron Man, Captain America,
Hulk.
Spider-Man to some degree, but I give Miles a pass because
Miles-
they
no, Miles
introduced
is
him a lot
acceptable.
better than they did all these other
Miles is
characters.
acceptable, but I would go with like Spider-Gwen. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I just know the title. I don't read Marvel comics. I should say that. I don't read Marvel comics.
I do. He mainly reads DC, but
I'm a
DC
DC
did it
boy
with
through and through.
yeah.
Represent.
Please like and subscribe for more of whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that was. But yeah, you can introduce characters that readers will like if they have a well thought out plan, backstory, etc. I mean, you're not gonna like everyone, but you can introduce characters without kicking characters to the side. And what Marvel finally realized is that this shit isn't working. We need to fix it. Now we aren't just talking out of our asses here. The numbers show this.
Yeah, we found a website that
There's-
shows those selling numbers of
From
the
Wizards of the
issues.
Coast, which tracks all comics and puts them out, you saw the spike. There was a spike in the first few issues, and then they just die off, and they sink to the bottom. And the only ones that are up there, of the top ones, are your main characters, or the off characters in a separate side thing. Like, there's 2 Captain America books. Now, I'm not, like... Captain America is interesting because they seem to be planning out this long arc. So they have
The whole Hydra thing.
that whole Hydra thing where they made a mold, fine, whatever. And then they introduced, Sam? No, Falcon.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam Wilson.
They introduced Falcon as Captain America. Which, you know what,
Makes
I'm
sense,
really
100%.
okay with.
I'm okay with that.
okay with that.
Because it's a character that has
Long
the
established
legwork, yeah.
history. He is
And
a
it makes
character
sense that he
that
would
they have established. He
take
has his
over the
own
mantle.
thing, and he was worthy enough to take over Captain America's mantle. Now, Thor, they just were like, you know what, we want to try something different. And they made Chick Thor.
Yeah.
And
Gave it to
you can get
Jane.
mad I said Chick Thor, but that's essentially what she is. She is Chick Thor. She has all of Thor's powers, but she's a woman. I'm not saying a woman can't be Thor, but they have one. Her name is Valkyrie. Why not just use her? And apparently I'm boring my co-host because it is 10:30 and we wanted to record this 4 goddamn hours ago,
Done.
but my laptop went through a window. So there's that. But you have Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
She has a hammer. She does shit. You also have Beta Ray Bill. He's like a robot horse thing, and he has a hammer.
Or robot.
What? He is. He's like a robot.
I know.
How much more worthy can you be? You're a robot horse. Everyone loves you. And again, diverse character. He's a horse. He's not a human. He's a horse. I don't know. Comics, guys.
Possibly.
But, and then you have Ironheart, which Ironheart, Miss Marvel,
Miss Marvel's okay.
no, not Captain Marvel. I mean, like, Miss Marvel, the character who took over her mantle.
Oh.
I'm gonna butcher her name. I believe it's like Kamal or something. And again, I'm sorry if I butcher her name. But why couldn't she just have been a character they introduced as a new character?
Yeah.
I don't like, and she seems
'Cause
to,
they
she had
wanna-
this
it feels
vague
like
interaction with.
They want to.
They want the name recognition.
They want the name recognition.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, we can make a new character,
Yeah,
but no one will read.
Kamala issue 1.
Yeah, or whatever generic Superhero issue 1.
Yeah.
But they will read Iron something because Iron sells. So if we
Yeah.
just take this new character and put her in the Iron Man suit, it sells,
Exactly.
and it does for
The
a while.
first few issues, it
first few
sells,
issues, it
and then
sells.
everyone's like,
Then it
"But
drops.
we want Iron Man
Oh,
back."
yeah, it's like, well, we don't mind this character.
Yeah,
We don't. We're liking it. Ironheart, pretty cool.
yeah.
But where's Tony? Like,
Yeah, why can't Tony be here,
Tony
too?
be in the fucking suit? Like,
Because
Yeah.
you know what it is? Marvel doesn't know how to make fucking sidekicks, where DC does. DC makes sidekicks for the sole purpose, at some point, the main one will die, and they will take over the mantle. Which makes sense.
yeah, it does.
You
And it also just gives you a different outlook on
Yeah.
and another issue. Like, you could read Batman, essentially, and you could read Nightwing, or you could read Red Robin, or you could read this, like...
Robin or Robin 3
Robins
or
or
Spoiler or
Sons of
Batgirl
Robins and all
or
those
Sons of...
other-
Yeah, DC really
But-
likes Batman.
But there are options there.
Exactly. Whereas Marvel just takes an established character, kicks them to the goddamn curb, or kills them.
And put someone else in the Batman suit.
Exactly.
Well, in reference to
I know
we were
what.
doing.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just like, dude, do you read comics? Because I don't think you do, bro.
No.
You're too busy watching Twilight and Harry Potter. But yeah, so diverse, like you, and again, one of my biggest gripes was when they did it. They brought back 52, right? Alan Scott made him gay for no reason
And it's Earth 2.
whatsoever.
Earth 2 doesn't count.
It doesn't, but really, like, why? Why does all of a sudden he have to be gay? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being gay. DC and Marvel both have predominantly gay
Existing gay
characters
characters.
they can use.
Yeah.
There was a 2 characters in a Marvel book who one of their big thing was the 2 gay characters got married.
Yeah.
Hulkling and Wicca, I believe.
X-Men?
Uh,
Isn't that
no, they were the Young Avengers.
Young Avengers.
Young
okay.
Avengers. And they were openly gay, and everyone was fine with it, and yeah, no problem. Like, I don't understand. You have those 2 characters. DC has predominantly... They have Batwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Batwoman is a predominantly character who, again, they put the legwork in, and she has a whole arc, and it's perfectly done, and
Yeah.
everyone likes it.
It's all about timing and legwork. You gotta...
Yeah.
It's like...
You can't
things
just
have
throw
to be
shit together
earned.
and hope it works.
You need to earn...
Your gayness.
Yeah. You need to...
I'm sorry.
You need to earn the story that
Yeah.
you're going for. You can't just at the last. You can't in the first.
Throw
issue
shit
just
to the
throw
wall
shit
and
like,
see
oh,
what
he's gonna-
sticks.
He's gonna do this and he's gonna do that, and it's like, but why? How did he? What happened? Like, why
Yeah.
does this happen? Why are these changes here? And it just because we need it. Because we want
Mandates.
it. Yeah, mandates.
Fucking mandates from publishers, and
Yeah.
that's what it is. They want more diverse character because diversity sells, except it fucking doesn't.
Yeah.
And Marvel Legacy and DC's 52 and Rebirth are prime examples of this. You cannot take characters who are established. You know what's funny? Hang on, I'll get back to this in a minute. I was really afraid that I was going to fall asleep
During
from
the
working
video.
all day and being tired afterwards. That I was going to be like, fuck, I'm going to be super tired. I'm going to be yawning through the entire thing.
I've done it twice.
And this
I'm
guy's done it
sorry.
twice. And I'm perfectly fine. And it's really funny because that's my biggest worry was today. It's really funny. But, yeah, it doesn't work. And Marvel Legacy is a prime example of this. And we don't know much about Marvel Legacy, but it seems to be a big series they're going to launch, and they're putting all established characters back to status quo. Thor's going back to being Thor, Iron Man's Iron Man,
So
Captain
he
America.
no longer is Odinson.
No, he's going to be Thor Odinson. He's getting his first name back.
So Odinson is the last name.
I don't fucking know, man. I'm just making it. Maybe his last name's Thor.
So right now.
So Odin's last name is Thor. It's Odin Thor.
Well, would it Odin?
and Loki Thor.
No, because Odin's name should be his dad's name with Thor's son in front of it.
They're gods. They don't have goddamn names. That's just who they are. God doesn't have a last name.
Jesus.
Isn't it?
No, his last name would be Christ.
His name is God Christ.
Yeah, because his son is Jesus Christ.
Hey, we just offended a whole religious sect. If we haven't pissed off any the LGBTQTs yet, or the any other fucking group we might have pissed off today.
That's legit. Unless Mary's last name was Christ.
I don't know, but it just sounded like you really wanted to swear at Jesus Christ.
What was Joseph's last name? Would it have been Christ?
I am a comic book nerd, sir. I do not know what the hell you were talking about. I am not getting into religious debate on what these characters' names are.
Characters.
Fictional characters. I got it in a podcast. Oh man. Kevin Smith is awesome. In case you didn't know what that was, and if you don't,
Look it up.
look it the fuck up. You really should know who Kevin Smith is and what that's from. That's all. But yeah, I don't know. Diversity. You can have it. You don't need to fucking just shoehorn it in because you think it'll work.
Hopefully they're done trying this. They've tried it a few times.
Oh, you mean Marvel New Now?
Well, new now season. Well, because we discovered
Seasons. Marvel likes seasons in their comic
yeah,
books.
they like seasons, or they refer to it as high school years. So they didn't. So every year they just restart number one. That way you have a jumping in point. So they only make about 12, 13 issues, and they restart number one again.
Well, but the legacies are all going back to their numbers, right?
Yeah, they're going back.
They're all going back to their normal numbers.
It's not working.
No,
so
it's
hopefully
not.
they don't make abrupt changes anymore.
No, but I'm intrigued because this launches in July?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this will... Secret Empire, which is the whole Captain America Hydra thing, which seems to be spreading all over the books, is going to somehow affect leading into the legacy things. And my guess it would be, again, where DC has Superman Prime to break shit, Marvel has the Cosmic Cube, which breaks stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll reset the Marvel Universe so we get normal Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Wolverine. There's like 5 Wolverines. And normal Hulk. Artemis Chow's Hulk sucks.
Be worth looking into.
Yeah, it definitely would. And Marvel, come on. You can have diverse characters and not have to piss all over the rest of your characters. You really can. People are going to gravitate towards well-written characters. Not people you shoehorn in. And it seems like that's the common theme with things. If you
think it will work. They're
exactly.
Like, oh, this will work.
Everything we gripe about...
We don't need to give it 100% because it will work.
Exactly.
It's not working.
Everything we seem to gripe about is it's just lazy writing. You can't have lazy writing in anything because you know what? Your fans aren't stupid. They're going to see through it.
Yeah, we're so much smarter now.
Exactly. People are not going to sit by and just be like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
People are not buying books, and it's evidence because of the way they treat their characters. And they treat them like throwaway garbage, for the most part. And that's why, this shit, diversity, random shoe needs to stop. And also killing them every few weeks needs to stop, too. Because it's not shocking anymore. You can't kill Captain America anymore. You can't kill Spider-Man anymore. You just can't. People know they're going to come back. That's why people don't care.
Yeah.
They really don't. And I think that's a good point for the main topic of this show. Anything else you want to spit out there?
Just like us on Facebook at Talking Bull. Follow us on Twitter at Talking Bull PC. And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Which is not talkingbull.com. It's youtube.com/talkingbull. Because I screwed that up in the intro.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys. I hope you give this a listen and check us out. We are going to do this podcast hopefully every week. And hopefully there's a lot of news every week. Because this week was a real good news for week.
This one was a bit heavy.
Yeah, there's some stuff we didn't touch on. Maybe we'll get to it next week. But
there's some spillover.
Yeah, but this is the main focus of it. We're going to do the weekly rundown of news. and then throw a main topic at you, and hopefully you enjoy those. So please, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and give us a listen. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.